Hey guys, welcome back to Poseidon Massive Atlantis. Today we're going to go into the last colony available to us. This one, Syracuse, and it's quite a difficult one, but I'll explain why later. Let's have a read. Located on the borders of Greek territory, this site may give an Atlantean inroads to Greece. It does, but for the wrong reasons. Let's head to this location, and I'll tell you why later why this is a hard mission.
If a child refuses to take a spoonful of honey, then only the child suffers. If a man refuses a generous gift of jewels from a loyal friend, then only the man suffers. The Greeks have refused the sweetness and richness of Atlantean life, and only the Greeks suffer. There is a limit to Atlantean patience. We've extended our friendship and our help to the Greeks time and again they have refused. So be it. It makes no difference to us. Still, the Atlantean desire to help is strong. A city will be built here in Syracuse, on the outskirts of Greek territory. Perhaps if the Greeks see for themselves the greatness of Atlantean culture, they will mend their ways and join us. But, judging by what we know of the Greeks so far, that is unlikely. Alas, it is not in the Atlantean nature to give up easily, so try we must.
Absolutely, we must try. So this is the mission near the Hellenes. Support 2 frigates, 150 people in mansion or better, that's pretty high level housing, and 64 bars of bronze for parent city. This mission doesn't actually explain why it's hard. From those goals it might seem very easy, but it's not. Let's head to the city, straight away pause and have a look around. So we've got quite a bit of farmland here, and that's the only farmland on this map. There's lots of bronze, so there's quite a lot of bronze over here. Don't go over here, an event happens that prevents you using it, but there's bronze to be found out here, not as much, so you may want to do whatever you have to do against the thing that happens up here. I'll explain later. But the reason this mission is hard and why you should play Sajuuk first is explained on the husbandry tab. No food. You cannot grow any food here. You can't produce wheat, carrots, you can't hunt, you can't fish, there's no urchins. There is no food to be found in this mission. The only thing this farmland can be used for is to produce olive oil. That's your only export. You must import everything else. So you are going to rely heavily on imported food. And from my tests and understanding from the food available here, you can only get up to 4,000. If you try to go above 4,000, you will have major food distribution problems. So you have to keep the city small and not go over 4,000, but it has to have enough people to support the 200 odd people you need in a mansion or better. We're going to go up to estate level. This is why you should play Sajuuk first, because they'll give you 10 wheat and they import that. So we've got a good synergy there. So we can get 34 wheat from Sajuuk, 10 gifted, 24 sold. And they buy olive oil. Memphis sells wheat as well. So we're going to be trading with these two cities here to start with. We'll get our fleece additionally from Lixus. They also buy olive oil. We can sell bronze straight off to Tyre. Poseidon's useless, so we're not trading with them. Carthage sells meat, we're going to need to do that. Gades buys nothing of interest. They're selling fleece, but we don't need to do that, because we can get fleece from these Lixus anyway. No use to trade with Mistonia, we can produce our own olive oil. Atlantis buys olive oil, so we can sell quite a bit of olive oil to quite a lot of trade cities, but we're going to need to trade with all the cities that sell food. Those are Carthage, Memphis, and Sajuuk, and I think there's another city that sells food as well. Somewhere. It'll come up sooner or later, but I think just you can only get 2 lots of wheat and some meat. That is it. I think another trade city appears in this mission that allows you to get more food, which will allow you to get to 4,000. So, not much in the way of trade, I guess. It's only this little inlet which we've got access to. Now, the good thing about that 4,000 thing that I mentioned is that this goal just says support 2 frigates. They just have to be built. They don't actually have to have staff. So it might be a good idea to just import some wood out of Tyre, produce the armor quickly, get them running, and then just disable them. Because then you won't need to use the 200 odd workers on them, which will allow you to reach the goals. So we are going to go with probably quite a few common blocks. Maybe about 3, maybe 4. It'll be a struggle. We'll have 2 elite blocks over here. Maybe some more over here, I don't know. This mission is tough and we're going to go straight into it from the beginning. So, I'm going to plan out some housing blocks. We don't want to build too close to these coastal areas. Quite a few can go around here, so we'll play our main trade area over here with some additionals around everywhere else. And then we'll start mining some bronze as well. Okay, so I'm going to plan out some housing blocks and I'll come back in once I've done just that. Okay, so I have planned out the 3 common blocks. We've got 2 filled, and what I'm going to do is any trade route that only sells me a good. So if it only imports something but it doesn't buy anything. So for example here we've got Memphis, which only buys fleece, which we can't produce, but it sells wheat. Cities like that will go down here out of the way because they're not going to be doing anything other than importing something. And any city that also imports and buys something so it can sell something. So here we've got Saqqara that sells wheat, but it also buys olive oil. They will go up in this kind of area here. In that way I can have all my exports crowded around this area and all my import onlys down here. So probably have about 2 or 3 down this kind of area. I'm not really sure. We'll move things around as and when necessary. I don't think I can get one. No, I can't get one there. But I can get like 2 or so down here, so that'll probably be fine. It'll probably just be Memphis and Carthage anyway, because I can only import meat and wheat from those 2 cities. The rest all buy something, so probably all around here. And yeah, so let's just unpause the game. I was thinking about just putting them in any old place, but it's easier if I just do it like this. Now people come from the south here. Maybe get an elite block in there. I don't think I will, but I'll try to get 1 in there and 1 in there. And then it'll just look nice. Maybe 1 right in the far back there, because we can't cut trees anyway. Oh, we can actually. There are tree cuttings, so I don't actually need to import wood at all from tires. I don't need to trade with them. I can avoid trade with that city and just import bronze wine from one other city, say like Atlantis, because I can get all that calc from there and sell them olive oil. So we do not need to trade with Tyre. I can make my own wood, which is actually quite good. Oh, things happen. Knossos discovered, and Cerberus is in the city. That's the event that I was talking about, so he'll be over there, he's fine. So we can just waste time summoning Hercules for that, and I will, just because it helps. Knossos is a new trade city. It buys sculpture and it sells fish. This is another source of food that we can get. I think we will try to sell sculpture, but it's too difficult because the bronze deposits are too far away. So we will import fish from there. And I'll set up a little bit of an industry down here. So what I will do is I will put down Knossos as a trade route. That is why we made a load of sculpture the previous time, for the record. Because we'll sell them sculpture when we go back. But for now I'm just going to let the people come in. And we'll get our foodstuffs coming in. Get all that imported out of Memphis first. Get it all stockpiled. Once it's all stockpiled, then I'll set it up. So there is food on this map to support 4,000, if I remember. Tribute paid. There's 10 sheaves of wheat straight away. Some food and money. Nice. So we've got 10 wheat straight away. And that's why you want to do Saqqara first. Just because of that food potential. Let's just put that. Ooh, that's in the way. That's going to mess up everything. I might have to put things around the outside here. So let's just speed this up. Population 100 people. That's good. Where's the hygiene and safety? There we go. So the people... the trade ships come from this sort of really tiny little area into this little bit here through there. So we'll start importing wheat, and once I've got a big supply of wheat in stockpile, I think because some of it's already imported, so that's good. And once we've got a big supply of wheat from both trade partners, we're just going to import the max out of all of these cities straight away. Once I've got that, it will boost the housing up to at least fleece level, and both blocks, and then we will set up our olive oil industry, so I'll come back in when we're ready to do just that. Oh, a new city, Mount Olip has been discovered. Now, Mount Olip doesn't exist in the Zeus stuff. It only exists in these latter missions of the Poseidon campaign. So this one, the next adventure is a pretty heavy important person, and then the final adventure. Meanwhile, I'm just putting this down here because I'm going to import... Actually, no, I don't need to import wood. What am I doing? I don't need to do that. I need to put in a couple of timber yards and a couple of foundries. And we're going to have one armory just there, and that's going to set up all of that. And once that's done, I'll just delete all of this because we don't need it. I can move that around elsewhere. There's enough wood here, so we don't really need to worry about that, and I will just turn them off. Now, we've got plenty of food in the stockpile now, so we can just provide both blocks access to food. Now, what does Hercules require again? I think it requires... I can just put that there. Wine, a working hippodrome. I can just put a loop somewhere on this map, just down here or something. And get that going. And 1,500 people could get out of 2 blocks. Okay, that's easy enough to do. I don't think we can... hang on, let's just check. That's there. No, I'll have to move this up one actually, so let's just do that. Just because it's a bit too close. Just due to various reasons it can't be there. So our houses will evolve when they get access to all the stuff, so they will. They'll give us like 500 people to enter, which is good. We're not going to go up any higher than this for next. We need to import fleece, but I need to get the food in. Once the people come in, they will go and get the wheat and bring it in, which is good. We've maxed out our trade routes anyway. So they'll start to make wood and stuff. Once the workers come in, I'll put down the 2 frigate wars, get them statable, provide them with Atlantean fire, there's no point. And yeah, we'll just keep going on, and we'll just put down... Can we, I can fit 1 there, and 1 university there, that'll look nice. So wood's coming in, bronze is, the copper's coming in to make the bronze for the armory. And yeah, we will... see, we've got 2,000 people supported by these 2 trade routes here. Military build up at Argos, so that's not too good. So I think they've got... I think, yeah, their icons are clipping through because they're so close. Because I don't think Mount Olympus is meant to be that close. But we can't do anything with these 2 cities. Don't try to attack them. They cannot be conquered. They're just there for the next adventure. So I can now put down the observatory and the lab there without doing too much. I might need to put down a couple of monuments so to try and negate any negatives from that. So we'll get our wheat coming in. Support on wheat only at this point. Population milestone of 500. I'm going to wait for the armor to be made first, then I will put down those 2 things. Anyway, I'll come back in once we have got all of our people in and we're ready to set up our export industry after we've got the 2 frigates built and done. Okay, so our city is now growing. We've got the big gift of fleece as we always do in these colonies, and I just realised that we actually need a palace to commission frigates. So not only does the palace provide general military, you need it to actually build frigates. So I'm going to have to put that somewhere, which is very annoying. Let's see, where's the palace? We can just dump that there. That'll allow this to be built. Then I'll be able to get rid of all of this, and we can actually just delete these 2 foundries. We don't need them now. And we can just put down tax offices at this point then, since we've been told to pretty much put them down. And since our wage rate isn't very high, we can raise this to outrageous just for the sake of it. So this frigate will be built, and once it's built then I'll get rid of these things down here because we don't need that. So there's 1 frigate. There you go, 1 supported. I'll just send crew home. So that's it turned off. It's not working, no employees. And if you look here, it still counts. So let's just reduce this a little bit. We've got way too much unemployment now in this city. So we could just put down the 2nd frigate wharf right there, just to support that basic industry. Got these houses up, which is good. So now that we're getting all of this built, we can now set up the Growers Lodge industry. So we'll just put down 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just put a bunch of these down. Just there we go. And now we can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll put 8 of them down. We might need more, so if needed, then I will do that. And let's road a little gap here just to make sure they can get to that stuff easily. I think this has got all the wood it needs, so we'll just let it fully stockpile. Population milestone of 1,000, that's perfect. We can put down the first commemorative monument, which I'll put there. I'll keep the people happy. Now we are needing a lot of workers, so let's just put down fleece for this block too. This is, we've got plenty of wheat stockpiling, that's good. I think this is going to build. Yep, there we go. So let's just send that frigate home, and that is that goal met straight away. So now all I have to do is focus on the other stuff, which is going to require a lot of building. So there might be quite a lot of edits in this. So we can just delete that, delete this. Argos demand. Why are they demanding food? They're our rival, but there we go. Have a stuff. So we'll just leave that down there. It just looks stupid as hell, but never mind. Lexus sells fleece, so we're going, but they also buy olive oil, if I remember, don't they? Yeah, they do. So we're going to have Lexus up here rather than down there, because that's just going to consume space. Knossos will go there. Now, where does this go again? Yeah, it goes like this. Now, if we just roadblock there, he'll come down all this distance just to cover this, and that allows us to get fish. And that needs access to an observatory. There we go. I'm going to be careful I don't block this in, otherwise they will complain that they're not able to access the stuff. Oh, Mount Ollop is launching an invasion. 9 months. A lot of time to wait off, but never mind. So we've got plenty of wheat in stockpile. Quite a ridiculous amount, actually, to be honest. Now we're going to harvest our first olive oil. We'll start selling that for money. And we'll be able to expand industry. I will just get straight on to building the first elite block, because we are going to need it. And I think right here is a good place to put it. I'll just plan it out at least, and then we'll focus on the other stuff. So we just need, so we've got good citywide observatory access, just need a hippodrome, more people in the city. Need to import wine from somewhere. Where do I get wine from again? 2 places I can get it from, Atlantis or Thebes. I think I'll just open up trade with Atlantis simply because they buy olive oil anyway. So we'll just put this here, and I think this messes up things. Let's just check. Yeah, that just sort of crossed. There's only one space there, which is not very helpful. Spacing on this map is quite tight. I will just say that right now. It is extremely tight. So let's just put down this, which is going to accept wine. We'll just get wine into it. Now I think if I can just work out, yeah, I can move this down 1 tile. So that was right in the corner, so we could just move that down 1. There we go. And let's just check there. So that comes up to pretty much where that is. So we'll have trade posts here as well, but it is quite tight. There isn't much space to put everything down, but we are producing our first olive oil here. Plenty of olives coming in. And it'll start to import some wine. We'll just import this gradually. And at the same time, we will start selling olive oil. So I'll let this run, and I'll come back in once we have something to show. I just need to let this all stabilize. And yeah, come back in a bit later. So in preparation of preparing for Hercules thing, I've put down this hippodrome, just a 2x2 circle. I'll delete it later. Mount Ollop is about to launch an invasion, but we will just bribe that. How much more horses does it need? Another 3. It's going to get 1 more. And yeah, so we've made plenty of olive oil actually. We can start selling that. So let's just sell, not fleece, let's sell olive oil. Let's just sell the maximum to both of these cities and really max out that trade route, because we've got plenty of olive oil stockpiling. The music's glitched, it should be playing a battle track. So 10,000 drachma, I can afford that, pay it off. And they came from the north. I think they came by land, yes. So we're producing plenty of olive oil. Unless if we have run out, because I think that's just the first harvest, so we've run out in some places. So start selling olive oil, there we go. Gonna max these out quite nicely. We can stop selling to Sakara because they're maxed out anyway. This needs 3 horses. we just need better access to these things, actually. Let's just delete these, actually, because we're going to need to make them go past it. Just temporarily. We're not going to waste time doing this properly. We don't need to care. We can put down a lab in this block right there. And the museum can just go there. I'll delete all of this once we've summoned Hercules. We don't need him to do too much. Let's just boost wage rates like so. We can increase taxation up to very high as well. And I think this will be working now. Yeah. Working Hippodrome, yeah. Oh. There. Oh, he doesn't have access to the bibliothèque, so we'll just dump that down. Whatever it is there. Just let him do that thing. Fire in the city. Oh, fire. Oh, it's because they don't reach that full distance. Okay. Whoops. Put it out. There we go. So put that there. How far does this hazard guy go up anyway? Well, he only reaches to here anyway, so we'll just do that. Roadblock there and have him go this way instead. And at least this way I can find out how far he goes. Well, I'll go along most of that anyway. There we go. All protected, I didn't notice that. So this now has excellent access. I just need to wait for the last bits of wine to come in. Now we don't need to import any more wine. There's a full stockpile. Just need the people to move in, so we can now provide olive oil here. We don't need to sell any more there, so let's just let it build up. And marble, I can't get marble from anywhere. That's kind of a shitty request. I don't think anyone sells marble. Hang on. No, not a city sells marble, therefore I cannot fulfill that request. That is an impossible request, and it must be a pretext for an invasion. Oh, we can get it from Lixus, sorry. Sod that, they can go and screw themselves if they want that stuff. I'm not wasting my time trying to do that. Kind of ridiculous, don't you think? Put that there, boost the housing. And this will provide us up to the 1500 people, so what I'll do is I'll come back in once I've defeated Cerberus. Because I could get rid of him and I don't need to worry too much. Allows me to get rid of all this as well. So, yeah, we'll come back in once Cerberus is dead. And thus be Cerberus slain. So we've done that. We've got that done at least. So, I'll leave the hall there, but I'm just going to delete everything that was put in to support it. We can delete all that. I will need horses at some point, but I won't put it there because that's a silly place. So, now that that's all set up, see, the thing about Hercules is he will stay in the city even if your goals no longer are satisfied. They just stay satisfied indefinitely, which is actually quite nice. We have a ridiculous amount of unemployment. Let's start by trying to clear some of it out. So I'll go and plan out some elite housing now because we've got far too much unemployment in this city. We'll just lower wage rates a bit more. Might expand the olive oil industry a bit. Try to boost that, but it looks as if we've got lots to sell. Let's just put down Carthage's trade post here. Let's just fix that. Oh, no, don't do that. So we'll start importing some fish and all that from all these various places. I'll set up a bit of a bronze industry somewhere, maybe over there. But yeah, I'll go and plan out an elite block right in this space. And I'll come back in once it's planned out. I've got everything placed. Okay, so we have our two elite blocks set up. We've got one here and one here. This is literally chained onto the end of the other one. That's the only way to make them fit. They're all planned out. Bit difficult to get them in, I'll tell you that right now. They're very difficult to get in just nicely because they're so in the way, if you know what I mean. We're not getting much of all the stuff we need. So we are now importing meat and fish from their respective trade partners. We are not making enough olive oil, so we're going to not sell that anymore. Stop selling it. We just need to boost it again. Over here is where I'm going to have all my industries for these things, so they'll just go whatever way to get over there. We will need a couple of woodcutters. There is some wood over here, so that's fine. Just 2 woodcutters there'll do. And in here we will have a chariot factory just there. And I might need a horse ranch somewhere. Actually, let's just delete this and have this road go over this way instead. Just in case I need extra stuff and all that. So we'll set up one of these. Over here we've got a bunch of bronze being made. We're going to have this accept armor for now. And we will put down some armories. 1, 2, 3. We'll put down 3 for now. If I need more, I'll just put down more. Just speed this up, get all the bronze into those armories, please. 2,000 people, that's nice. We're going to have that there. We're now going to put down the observatory there. Now, I have to be careful. I can't put anything there, but otherwise I'll be blocking in the city. Now, is there a ramp anywhere that would allow them to get in without too much trouble? There's a ramp on there. I'm now just trying to find the opposite ramp, which is over there. They would have to go up and round this way. I'd rather just come in any old way. There's no land trade routes on this map, so... But I'll just keep it open. Might as well, it does no harm. And how many things do we have? We have 1, 2 universities, so let's put down a third right there. That'll make sure everyone's nice and happy. Scholars, they're covered. That's 1, 2, let's put down another inventor's workshop right there. So our people are coming in, 400 people, plenty of space being made, which is good. I think we used up that monument, yeah, we put it there. Okay, so we are making plenty, actually we're making far more bronze than is necessary, but that's okay. In fact, we can have this just set to accept bronze. We can have another one here to accept bronze as well, because that's a goal anyway. We need to have some bronze in the city. I'm not too worried about making money on this one because we have plenty of stuff as necessary. So these can just accept the required goods. So we're not going to go any higher than this with our housing. If we need more housing then fine, but I think we'll be pushing it with housing. So, actually that's not placed right. That's, delete that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Okay, so we'll let all the housing come in. We'll let all of the residences evolve right up to the very top because we will need estates. Because 150 people are mansioning better. That's a lot of mansions. We can go better and just go straight up to the top level. Mansions are just like this level, so we can boost that easily. So we'll just provide wine. In fact, this can just not accept sculpture. Can accept armor, and we'll get wine. And we'll say 24 sculpture in there. I don't think sculpture can be armor can be exported to anyone, so it's not a big deal. If needed, I just set up a separate little area for Knossos to sell that stuff. Anyway, I'm going to let this run, let these people get access to wine from importation from Atlantis here. I think we've stockpiled quite a bit. Actually, these are running out of olive oil, so they're not getting access to enough olives, so let's just put down a couple of extra growers' lodges that we don't really need, and put down all the usual stuff here and there. And that's a chariot factory, I want a horse ranch. There. Okay, so I'll let all this stockpile, get the people in. We're getting plenty of wheat. This is maxed out almost. I'm just importing to fill this one yard with all that stuff. And yeah, I'll come back in once we have got these estates, these first estates up to the required level, and all of our housing evolved as well. I thought I might as well come back in here and just basically tell you that I'm on autopilot now. I'm waiting for monuments to turn up, but I've got to be careful that this population doesn't go any higher. We do have quite a lot of unemployment because I put down a bunch of houses, but we only just have enough housing just to support the city as it is, so I can't build anything more that would disrupt this. I tried putting shortcuts around, but it just messed up this block, so everything here has to go through here for it to stay stable. I'm basically waiting for another monument to put down to boost the desirability and get more houses, which is very annoying. We've got plenty of wheat coming in, but we're only just keeping the city stable, as you can see, just enough. We're getting enough from imported stuff. but it doesn't keep everything stable. We've got plenty of sculpture being made, which is what I'm selling off to get this massive profit. But I think after all of this is used up, I will just delete all of this and save the workers, essentially. Because we've got plenty of money now. I don't think we really need to waste time with this. It's just become pointless. Argos thinks less of us. Yeah, I ignored their silly demands for marble that I can't produce. This is going perfectly fine. At this point I'm on autopilot, so I'm just going to come back in once these houses are stabilised. And yeah, I mean, I've pretty much done all I can with this city. I can't do anything more, otherwise I just run crazy and it'd just be completely fucked up basically if I did anything more. So at this point I'm just going to let this run, and as soon as I've got monuments to put down, I'll put them down, evolve the housing, get our manors up, our mansions and manors up to estates, and then we'll be ready to win the mission. Okay, so we have pretty much won this mission. And what I did is I simply sent my weakling spearmen from this block just to antagonise Argos to make them attack, just so I could get a monument. So got that down, and we have 160 people qualifying for this goal. All estates, so 2 lots of estates, and that's all you need. And you may want to chain them like I did here, just because there's no space. But you can do this mission. It's just tough. You've just got to realise that the population is what you have to limit. As long as you stay below 4,000, you'll be fine. No more than this, and maybe a few houses around the outside will be enough. So now that we have won this mission, I can just dispatch the bronze and win the mission. That's just done. Got rid of all that bronze in the 2 yards. We were selling sculpture like mad. We've gone over 400,000 drachma, which will help immensely for our next mission, but not entirely, because you'll find out why it won't help too much. But that was Syracuse. Just gotta wait for the mission to win.
Who would have thought that all the old stories about the ancient times in Atlantis were completely true? We have seen centaurs, and they are every bit as ugly as legend describes. The barbarians attacked us, but we dispatched them easily enough. In fact, at the sight of the Atlantean emblem on our armor, they began cowering in fear. They didn't bother us too much again. Some of the softer Atlanteans among us felt sorry for the centaurs, and declared that they would right a past wrong. Envoy after envoy went to centaur territory to propose peace, but none ever came back. What else can we do? The Greeks are still resisting us, and are none too happy that we are near their land. As our immortal first king Atlas would have said, like it or lump it.
Yes. Did he say that? I don't think he did. Anyway, that was near the Hellenes. We built the colony of Syracuse, and we have pretty much pissed off the Greeks. So I think we're going to be fighting with them for quite a bit. And it looks as the centaurs still don't like us, because all these envoys went off and never came back. Anyway, that was, as I say, near the Hellenes. Bit of a difficult mission because there's no food supply in the city itself. You've got to import it. But as long as you cap yourself to 4,000, you should be fine. So in the next part, we're going to finish off this adventure with the final mission, which is horrifically annoying. But you're going to find out why in the next part. Thanks for watching. See you then. Bye now.